You know, every single day, it feels like we're watching another chapter get written in a revolution that is unfolding right before our eyes. And this isn't just about some new gadget or a clever chatbot. We are literally living through history's first draft. So let's get into it.
And that really brings us to the biggest question of all, the one that frames everything we're about to talk about. We all know the AI revolution is here, but as the pieces on the board move faster and faster, you have to ask, who's actually in charge here? Who is really in control of this thing?
Okay, let's start with a few numbers that they feel like tremors from a pretty seismic event. A 1,360% price increase for basic memory chips since April of 2025. We're talking about the fundamental building blocks inside your phone, your car, your PC. Pretty much everything.
Now look at this one, 239%. That's the mind-boggling increase in the number of job applications the average candidate is sending out. The hiring market isn't just changing a little bit. It's being completely swamped by a tidal wave of automated applications. It's chaos.
And this one represents something totally different. For decades, 90% has been the failure rate for new drugs. It's a number that has been a brutal reality in medicine for as long as we can remember. And AI isn't just about to change that number, it's poised to absolutely shatter it.
So, you see these numbers for manufacturing, the job market, medicine, and it's easy to think they're all separate stories, but they're not. They are all aftershocks from a single massive technological earthquake, an AI shockwave that is fundamentally reshaping our world.
So where's the epicenter of this earthquake? It's right here. It all comes down to an unprecedented, absolutely global demand for one specific thing: AI-grade silicon. This is the core bottleneck. This is what's driving so much of the chaos and, frankly, so much of the opportunity we're seeing.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. When the chief operating officer of a monster company like Dell says he has never seen anything like this supply crunch in his entire career, well, you know we're in completely uncharted territory. The sheer scale of this has left even the most seasoned industry vets totally stunned.
So here's where it gets really simple and really crucial. Chipmakers have a choice to make. On one hand, they can make these specialized, super high-profit HBM chips that power all the new AI data centers. Or they can make the standard DDR4 chips that go in our consumer goods. Guess what they're choosing? They're going for the AI gold, and it's making the memory for everything else incredibly scarce and way more expensive.
And this chart, well, it tells you exactly why that choice is such a no-brainer for them. Just follow the money. The market has massively rewarded this pivot to AI. The big three firms that control pretty much the entire market have seen their stocks just explode. This isn't just a trend anymore, it's a full-blown gold rush, and it's locking in this new reality. So what happens when a resource this critical becomes this hard to get? When the stakes are this high, the most powerful players, they don't just stand in line and wait. No, they start rewriting the rules of the entire game, completely bypassing the old systems that just can't keep up anymore.
And I mean, you can't find a better example than this. AI's thirst for electricity is just off the charts. It's overwhelming public power grids. Getting a new connection can take 5 years, but someone like Elon Musk, he can't wait 5 years. So what does he do? He just builds his own private infrastructure. He's literally trucking in gas turbines to get a data center running in months, not years.
And what's wild is that the exact same logic is now being applied to money. The banks are stretched, so what do giants like Meta and Oracle do? They're using this financial wizardry that some people are calling Frankenstein finance. They're basically hiding tens of billions of dollars of debt in these weird corporate shells just to fund the AI boom. It's creating this enormous, almost invisible risk for the entire financial system.
But look, power isn't just about infrastructure or finance. It's also being baked right into the technology itself. Take DeepSeek. It's a powerful open-source AI model, meaning its code is public and its popularity is exploding across Africa and in markets where American tech isn't welcome. But there's a catch. It comes with built-in state censorship. The tool itself is becoming a tool of control.
So, with all these massive tectonic shifts in power and resources, how does this all actually feel for the rest of us, on the ground? Let's pivot to the direct and, honestly, the often deeply contradictory ways this revolution is hitting our daily lives.
So, on one hand, you get absolute miracles like this. Developing a new drug candidate used to take, on average, about 4.5 years. AI has just crushed that timeline. We're talking 18 months now.
That's accelerating the creation of life-saving medicine at a pace we have never, ever seen before. It's incredible.
But then you get this insane whiplash. Because at the exact same moment, AI is solving some of humanity's greatest problems, it's turning the simple act of finding a job into total chaos. And this quote from a recruitment expert, it just nails the new dynamic. It's an arms race.
And this is exactly what that arms race looks like. Candidates are using bots to spray hundreds of applications out there, so of course, companies are using their own bots to screen them. It's become this completely dysfunctional system where humans are getting pushed out of the loop on both sides. The whole process is becoming fundamentally impersonal and automated.
Okay, so let's pull back. Let's zoom out. When the dust settles, how is this chaotic, contradictory, world-changing moment going to be remembered? What exactly are we writing in this first draft of history?
I think future historians are going to look back and see these huge core tensions. They'll see a moment when private power started building its own infrastructure, completely bypassing the state, when new kinds of finance created unbelievable wealth and unbelievable risk, and at the same time when we saw both a historic boom in science and the systematic automation of human opportunity.
And that really leaves us with this one final thought. The lines of code being written in labs and data centers all over the world right now, they aren't just instructions for a machine. In a very, very real sense, they are the source code for the next chapter of our collective human story.